Welcome to the Cup of Joe Wrestling Show for Patreon. I'm your host, Joey Harris, joined by my co-host, Tyler. How are you today?
Oh, not too bad. Yourself?
I'm doing well, just as happy as can be. You can follow the show on Twitter and Blue Sky at Cup of Joe Pod. Email the show at babykangaroomedia@gmail.com. And Tyler, we're back. We made it to episode 15. Just another
Just
episode.
just 15 for wrestling, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm
Oh
saying.
wow.
This is just 15 for wrestling. Yeah.
Oh, we've done so many.
Like we've
I mean,
done
I know
now.
that's
We've done now 3 Res Life recordings. We've done 15 super shows. I think you've been on all the super shows with me. We've done the film club, Tropic Thunder. So, I mean, green rooms and all of that. So you're probably up to almost 50 things by now. You're
that's a
getting
lot.
close. You're getting close. But this month we turned and went back to MLW as they presented Battle Riot 8. Tyler, I know time flies when you're having fun. Tyler's like, are they up to 8 already?
Geez, my first one.
But Battle Riot 8 was recorded January the 24th, 2026, and shown on YouTube February the 5th, 2026, from the Osceola Heritage Park Event Center in Kissimmee, Florida. We start out with our intro. Joe Dombrowski and Tom Lawler welcome us to Battle Riot. And we were talking before we went on the air, Tyler, that this was a 2-match card. Most of that was the Battle Riot itself.
Yes. Yes, it was. A lot of it. I think in total it was an hour and 48 minutes. Like
Yes.
everything.
Everything all together. Yes.
And I'm looking here at the thing, and the first match was 12 minutes and 55 seconds,
Yeah.
and then the final one was an hour and 7 minutes and 15 seconds.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
It was good though.
Yeah. But we start out with our MLW World Middleweight Championship match, Templario versus Kushida. Kushida out first. Templario pulls out a sword from a stone. He brings the sword with him, and I said, that doesn't seem fair.
He can cheat. He could just use it.
The belt is presented, and the bell rings. They lock up. Kushida gets Templario down, but Templario comes back with a surfboard. Kushida comes back in, and they trade holds and counters back and forth, and the action is hot and heavy. Kushida with a leg lock. Templario gets to the ropes. Kushida works on Templario's arm. They trade moves again. Templario with a drop kick. They trade shots in opposite corners. Kushida with a handspring drop kick and a senton to Templario on the outside. Templario knocks Kushida out and hits a tiger drop to the outside. It goes back in. Templario comes off the ropes. Kushida gets an armbar on and gets a 2 count. Kushida with a kick and the hoverboard lock. Templario slams Kushida down. They trade shots in the ring. Templario hits a big knee to the face. Templario with a sit-out powerbomb for a 2 count. Kushida with an ankle lock. Templario gets to the ropes. Kushida with the back to the future to get the pin and become the new champion. And then Akira Kwan comes out. He confronts Kushida, and then both attack Templario, and Kushida puts on a Contra shirt. So Kushida has joined Contra right after winning the title.
Amongst the 1,200 other people that are part of it, apparently.
I mean, I don't know. Like, they're like, hey, we want to win the title. That's what they say later on when they have their little vignette. And he's like, all right, I won the title. Now we want to take over all of MLW. He's like, fine, but I'm staying with the title. I've got nothing to do with that. So,
it was a really good match.
Yeah, it was good. But like you said, 12 minutes. It was short, in and out. You don't need. They did not need 51 minutes to tell the story that they were telling.
No. And wasn't it supposed to be a 30-minute match, if I remember
I
right?
think it had a 30-minute time limit.
Yeah.
We then get a Don Cato commercial, and Tyler, I couldn't tell you now what that was. Was that Danny McBride on it, shooting it? Do you know what I'm talking about? He was like, just keep your eyes on, or keep the camera on him, because they're like, look at his moves.
Yeah,
I'm like, I must be drunk, and I've never had any Don Cato.
Me either.
Joe and Tom talk about what we just saw, and then a flashback to what's been happening with Contra, where apparently at any time they can just take over the airwaves.
But was this the segment where it showed him at the laptop?
Yes.
Oh my jeez, Joey! I laughed so hard. I was like, "This is so corny. It's so stupid."
But you remember the last time we watched it is when they fired Eric Bischoff, and he was holding the phone up that you could clearly see he was not talking to anybody.
And it was so funny because it was like just going through like this thing, a code of like, things that they had to do. And then it was like a simple Y or yes, like, do you accept? And he's just like, no.
No.
It killed it. That I don't know. I don't think it was supposed to be funny, but I found it funny.
Yeah. Because there's a million ways that you can do that comes off better than the way that they did it there. I think that they do a lot of good. Like, they had a lot of good action in the last show that we watched and this one. They just can't do like the backstage, like further the storyline stuff.
No. You know what it almost reminded me of?
What's that?
To kind of make like come full circle is it kind of reminds me of like Tropic Thunder. It has like that Vietnam like vibe type thing to it, and then like just it being corny.
Right. All right. Then the Battle Riot rules are gone over, and it's like a Royal Rumble, but in addition to being thrown over, you can also be pinned or have a submission. And there are 40 participants instead of the usual 30.
I will say before you start off, and I'll let you tell what happens, but I knew what was going to happen before I even watched it because of one of the wrestling pages that I followed. I had saw this obviously back when it happened. And I was like, oh, that's cool. So
yeah, I think I knew as well. I just didn't know how they would get there.
Right.
Especially how everybody came out. All right. So the Battle Riot rules are gone over, and then we get Battle Riot. Number 1, Killer Cross. And Cross comes out with Scarlett. I said he is over with the crowd. They were into that. Number 2, Matt Riddle. And I said, ugh, not a fan. He could I said he could conceivably be wearing less, but I don't want to see
it. True. I thought the same thing. I was like, man, what happened from going to like the shorts?
Like, I don't mind the shorts, but these were like Speedos.
Yeah.
I said the Cross chant gets louder. They trade blows. Riddle with a rear choke. Number 3 is Ben Bishop. He goes after Riddle. He hits a side slam to Riddle. Riddle gets the choke on, and Bishop taps. Number 4 is Doc Gallows. He goes after Riddle. Cross attacks Gallows, and Riddle joins in on the attack. Number 5 is Tyler's personal favorite, Cha-Cha Charlie.
Yeah, oh yeah.
He takes on Riddle. He has a gut buster on Riddle's, and Gallows is eliminated, which I found strange until we figure out what comes up later on.
Yeah.
Number 6 is Joe Coffey. He giant swings Charlie, and people start to pair off. Number 7 is Diego Hill. He unloads on Charlie and Coffey. Number 8 is Mads Cruel Kruger, who is the current champion. He eliminates Charlie, so Tyler's favorite is gone.
No.
Number 9 is Matthew Justice. He brings a trash can full of weapons and hits everyone with the can. Number 10 is Paul Walter Hauser. He takes on Coffey. Number 11 is Josh Bishop. He sets up tables at ringside. Number 12 is Paul London. Bishop launches Justice into a table. A holy shit chant goes out. Kruger and Bishop chop each other. Number 13, Anthony Green.
Anthony Green.
He attacks everyone. Number 14 is Don Gato. He drives up in an El Camino.
Yes, he does.
And he brings the shot board in with him. Number 15 is Stallion Rogers. They want to make Diego Hill their Kofi Kingston, is what I said.
Yeah.
Rogers works with Riddle. Gato hits people with the shot board. Number 16 is Austin Aries. He takes his time getting in, and Rogers and Gato eliminate each other. It's funny. Austin Aries is then in the next thing that I was taking notes for my regular podcast. So it was weird seeing them in back-to-back things. Number 17 is Alan Angels. He throws Aries in because Aries is like, I'm taking my time. But I always thought you had to be in by the time the next person was called. I always thought that was a rule. Maybe not here though.
I'm not sure because I used to think the same thing. But do you remember at the Rumble, when Jay was coming down, his entrance took forever, and by the time he was like getting in the ring, the next person was coming.
But at least he was getting in the ring. And then he wanted to run it back, and Brock Lesnar's like, I don't have time for this. Just eliminate me. I sent you that, didn't I?
Oh, yeah.
All right. So he takes his time getting in. Alan Angels throws Aries in. Hauser and Green are eliminated, which upset me because I wanted to see Anthony Green in there a little longer. I said Hauser grabs London and eliminates him. Number 18 is Adam Brooks. Hill is eliminated. Hauser puts London on a table and cannonballs through it.
Now, I will say, I was impressed that he was able to do like the front flip and just impressive for somebody who's not like a full-time wrestler.
Right. Number 19 is Cody Fluffman. Number 20 is Kushida. He attacks Kruger. Riddle eliminates Coffee. Number 21 is Trevor Lee. Number 22 is Akira Kwan. Fluffman eliminated. Kwan and Kushida attack Kruger. Number 23 is Wolfgang. Number 24 is supposed to be Davey Boy Smith Jr.
Supposed to be.
Contra attacks him, and Baba Thunder comes out with a body bag for Kruger. Contra attacks Kruger. Number 25, supposed to be Hitachi Kojima. He gets attacked by Contra, and Simon Gotch comes out for him. They try to eliminate Kruger again. Kruger eliminates Gotch, Kushida, and Kwan from the apron. Kruger and Thunder fight on the apron. I said some huge man in a Contra mask comes out and eliminates both, and then comes out after Kruger. He must have been the 26th person, as that person didn't come out.
He was the guy that did the splash, right?
Yes.
That was awful. I have to say it. It was awful.
I understand. Contra puts Kruger in a body bag. But what that means is we were guaranteed a new champion because Kruger was the champion coming in. Number 27, Jesus Rodriguez. Number 28, Carl Anderson. He targets Cross. Bishop was eliminated by Cross and Riddle. Number 29 is Sidney Hakeem. He goes after Riddle. Riddle knee strikes Cross. They trade blows. Number 30 is Alex Hammerstone. He eliminates Wolfgang. He goes after Riddle. Number 31 is Ricky Martinez. Number 32 is Ariel Dominguez. Hammerstone eliminates him. And then number 33, Festus. And the crowd goes insane for him. I said, this is Gallows doing double duty. The crowd pops huge for him. They chant, ring the bell.
I like that he stood in that corner the entire time until.
So Anderson tries to reason with him. Number 34 is Donovan Dijak. He goes after Anderson and eliminates him. Number 35 is Bishop Dyer. He and Dijak go after Festus and beat him down. Anderson rings the bell and Festus attacks everyone. He throws Martinez out, but gets eliminated by Hammerstone. Number 36 is LJ Cleary. He goes after Riddle. Number 37 is Madman Fulton. He goes to powerbomb Riddle, who holds on to Fulton's hair. Number 38 is Onyx the One. Number 39 is Mr. Thomas. He goes after everyone. And number 40 is Mark Coffey. Brooks and Trevor Lee are eliminated. Jesus is eliminated. Cleary is eliminated. Sidney Akeem and Onyx eliminated. Thomas eliminated by the Skyscrapers, who are Bishop Dyer and Donovan Dijak. Mark Coffey eliminated. The Skyscrapers eliminate Fulton. Hammerstone eliminates Aries. Hammerstone thrown out, but not eliminated. The Skyscrapers go after Cross and Riddle. All four go at it. Hammerstone goes after Riddle. Cross fights the Skyscrapers. He takes both out. Cross eliminates Riddle and Hammerstone to win and become the new MLW World Champion. Scarlett comes out as the crowd cheers Cross. He raises the championship high. The crowd chants for him. He gets on the mic and says, "Now they have him," as a Cross chant goes out. He thanks the crowd as they show his parents in the crowd. He says his mom beat cancer and that the win was for her. He and Scarlett leave. They recap what happened and sign off from the sick. So, Tyler, what are your final thoughts?
My final thoughts is overall, I thought it was really good. I thought for more or less being a little bit under a 2-hour pay-per-view, that it was really good. The first singles match for the middleweight
championship? Yeah.
Really good match. The battle royal or whatever Battle Riot was really good. It had a few, like we mentioned, what's his name doing the splash there.
The Contra member. I don't think the big man with the band.
Yeah, like that was kind of probably one of the moments where I just like rolled my eyes a little bit, because it's like you could have put in a little bit more effort to at least make it look good. But other than that, no, it was really good. I'm happy, the outcome of the match, because I do think Cross deserves it.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So, yeah.
Especially like being so underused when he was in the WWE, and especially since people wanted to cheer for him and they just could never do anything with him. So,
and then I think the other good thing about it is, getting to see Limitless guys there.
Yes, yes.
So that was pretty cool. So
100%, 100%. No, I thought it was good as well. You got a mix of guys that are known, like Bishop Dyer and Donovan Dijak and Gallows and Anderson and Matt Riddle, Killer Cross, all of that. So along with, they have up and coming guys, or guys that are like, hey, I do this like, every weekend or something like that. They're just happy with where they want to be, and up and coming guys, and just it was a good mix of like I've definitely seen worse wrestling than this.
Oh, yeah.
So
for sure. And I can't state it enough that, just the fact that it wasn't super long. Because when we do, because you do it too, it's like when we do watch shows that are super long, it's you either got to break it up into parts, and it's just taxing sometimes. It's like it's refreshing when we get to watch something that you can just sit and watching in one go.
Right. But I had a idea, Tyler, and I wish I had this idea a year ago, but we can go back and make it up. This is it. Like we're coming up next month on the 40th anniversary of WrestleMania 2. Now, so let's watch WrestleMania 2. It's something different. Tyler, I don't know if you've ever seen it before, but it was before you were even born.
I don't think so.
And so then we can go every year. We can go, like next year will be WrestleMania 3. We can go every year to the different WrestleManias and plot those. Since now we've done WrestleMania 40 and WrestleMania 41, and this year we're going to do WrestleMania 42. I said, let's just do all the WrestleManias.
And we did 25 too, remember?
And we've done 25 too. Yeah. So this will be our fourth then, and we can go back at some other time and watch WrestleMania itself, the first one. This is also, as we're recording this, is the 35th anniversary of WrestleMania 7, which is the WrestleMania my friend let me borrow and made me a wrestling fan. So
it was also Undertaker's debut.
Undertaker,
right?
the start of the streak. Yes.
Streak, yeah.
Yeah. Do you know who he wrestled?
Oh, God. Was Jake the first?
Nope. Jake was the second.
Jake was second. Oh, who was the first one? I should know this. Oh, give me a hint.
He's a Hall of Famer. Superfly.
Oh, Jimmy Snuka.
Jimmy Snuka.
Yeah, that's right too. I always forget about Snuka because it was just like hardly a match.
I could do probably his first 7 or 8. I was going to say
Snuka,
10.
Snake. I know King Kong Bundy's in there. I don't know if it's 3.
No, Giant Gonzalez is
Gonzalez.
King Kong Bundy.
Then I know 5 is Kevin Nash, or Diesel.
Yep.
6 is
I'll give you a hint. Nope, I'll give you a hint. He was announced today as going into the legacy wing of the Hall of Fame.
Sid Vicious, because that was his first WWE title at Mania. And then is it Kane?
Then it's Kane, yep.
And then Big Boss Man?
Yes. That's the one I can never remember is Big Boss Man.
And then, oh, geez. Who's after Boss Man?
Was he in 2000? WrestleMania 2000?
So then, because I think that would have been his last as like the original Dead Man, because then I think it's somebody, because I think Flair is 10, right? Because I remember him
Triple H is at WrestleMania 17. Flair's at 18.
And then A-Train and Big Show
is at 19. Then Kane again at 20.
Then comebacks at Kane, and then it's Orton, Mark Henry, Batista, Edge, Shawn, Triple H again, CM Punk, Brock Lesnar, Bray Wyatt, Shane. He missed one, and it was, I think he missed, no, then it was Cena, and then no.
It was
Shane, Roman, then Cena, and then he missed one, and then it was his final against
AJ,
yeah.
You know what, though, Tyler? You get to Orton, Mark Henry, Edge. I remember Edge is 24. I remember that.
Yeah,
I had that DVD, and I remember the Shawn, Triple H, and then Punk, and then he loses to Brock to
his return of the Dead Man against Kane at 20. From there on is pretty much easy to remember, because it's like that's like when I was
you were prime, yeah,
right. But yeah,
but I can tell you there are some rough spots there. For the like main, I call it the main timeline. When I started my podcast, I started in 1988, and I was going to go straight through at least until WrestleMania 17, because by that time WCW had left and ECW was gone, and I said if I wanted to end it then, I'd be happy. I did some other stuff Now I can't find a lot of WCW and ECW there, so I'm kind of stuck. I've done through 1995, but I can continue on with WWF, but I don't really want to. I want to do them all like in order because it
Mm,
progresses because you're starting to go. 96 is when the Monday Night Wars start.
right.
And then the next year is when ECW gets on pay-per-view, and they were already starting to become very influential in all of that. So, but I'm in the middle of, I just started 2009. So I'm up to Extreme Rules on that.
I mean, you're pretty far.
I know,
2009.
but I'm hopscotching different places.
I see.
So from there, so going back to the main timeline, I'm stopped at the end of 95. From there, I've done everything in 2001 after WrestleMania 17 because I still wanted to, if I needed to, I'd end there. I've done 2005 from SummerSlam to the end of 2005. I've done all of 2011. I've done 2016 from right after, I think it's Payback, whatever is right after WrestleMania to do it. But I didn't want to do either because I'm like, if you're going to do the streak, I want to do everything on the streak up until the streak is broken. So yeah, I know. I get all of these clips on like Instagram and YouTube and TikTok where people talk about they should have never ended that streak because like they wanted it, like they floated out that Edge is going to do it, and Edge is like, I will refuse to go to the ring.
Yeah.
You can fire me, but I will never do that.
I mean, obviously, I think the streak should have ended, right? Because it's like that's the passing of the torch. And I know you and I have probably discussed this a million times, but just having Lesnar being the one to end the streak just was not the right call. I mean, I understand they wanted to make him like a monster for that period of time, but it's like he could have lost and still been that monster because realistically, Taker was going to leave for, what, 9 or 10 months
Yeah,
before
yeah.
WrestleMania season.
Yeah.
So it's like Lesnar still would have been like the guy that he might have lost, but you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And I think having Roman beaten him the second time was also the wrong call for the simple fact at that period of time they were shoving Roman down our throats. They were like hardcore trying to push him as
Hardcore.
being
Yeah.
the next guy and nobody wanted it. So
Mm-hmm.
I think that was a wrong call. I do think, like I said, the streak should have been broken. And if it was going to be broken by anybody, it should have been broken by somebody it was going to make a megastar out of.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I agree with that. Yeah, that's what he's talked about though since he started like talking about everything now. He's like, I don't care. I'll say. But he's like, I do my match, then you plan all the surgeries from your body falling apart so that he can start then preparing for the next WrestleMania.
Tough. That's hard when you've been doing that for a long time.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That's hard on the body.
My next thing after I finish 2009, I'm going to pick up and I'm going to call like I'm doing WWE directly after Undertaker retires. So I start with, I think it's TLC 2020, and I'll do all of 2021. And then I'll go back to 2002. And hopefully by that time, more stuff will be up and I can do 1996. So
It's also one of those things for me. And I think you know this, but I don't think I've like said this like on any of the pod. Or maybe I have. I can't remember. I think like one of the hard things for me now is, Taker being my guy for all the years that he was.
right.
And like after he retired, it was like kind of like a piece of wrestling died for me, because it's like your favorite's done. So it's like now I'm not as like into wrestling as I was.
That makes
Because
sense.
you remember there was a time where it's just like I knew he was going to be on every single show, and I was like, I'm watching that show because I know he's going to be on.
Right. Right. Well, like that's like you came over to our apartment because we watched I think it was the 25th anniversary of Raw being on
Mm.
because he was going to make an appearance. And then you, like, it was during spring break, and you sent me a message and you're like, "Are you watching WrestleMania?" I said, "Yeah, but we went somewhere and got back late." And so that's when it was, I think, still on the network. And you could start it from the beginning. And I said, "I'm trying to catch up." And you're like, it doesn't look good. He's leaving his stuff in the ring.
Mm.
And they left that stuff in the ring. They took down everything else and just left it there for the entire thing until like they had to move it. But we can say this: you were there up to right now. I'm gonna knock wood. You were there for his last WrestleMania appearance in ring for 40.
40. Yes,
Yep.
I was. And man, what a
What was it you said you couldn't? I thought you couldn't feel your legs.
no, my arms, because
Your
I
arm.
was like we were. Remember, I stood up and I went like you can see, the fans
Yeah.
can't see, but I put my arms out in front of me and I did that, and like I was doing that so hard that my arms went numb.
That was just insane.
Because it was just like that was my life goal, is to be able to see him live.
Right.
And then obviously after he retired and at 36, I was like, yeah, I guess I'll never see him. And then
And boom. Yes. I sent you that clip from TikTok where that guy's watching it and he's commenting on it, and they're like, "Oh, I bet it's Austin. I bet it's Austin," you know, and then they get he's like, "What?"
The good stuff.
Good time.
Yes.
All right, Tyler, but before I let you go ahead and plug any and everything you have, my friend.
Oh, I suppose you can go follow me on the old Twitter and the old Instagram at the Tyler MCK.
Absolutely. You can follow me on Facebook, Threads, and Instagram. I'm at the Joey Harris. I made it easy for you. And if you enjoy what we're doing, tell a friend. It's just $5 a month. You get all of this. We're well over 90 pieces of content now on the Patreon, Tyler. I don't think we've hit 100 yet. I'll have to go back and look, but I have a couple of things I have to add anyway. But that's it. Come back. So a little preview for April. Tyler and I will watch WrestleMania 2 for the Patreon. We will also review WrestleMania 42 for the regular feed. That'll be 2 episodes because I'm not doing.
Is it 42 or are we on 43?
No, we're on 42 because last year Vegas and this year's Vegas, and next year's Riyadh, Saudi Arabia.
Boo.
They already have a Wikipedia page for it because I was doing something else about WrestleMania and the different dates today. I had to look all of them up. And so I was looking up what the actual dates were for WrestleMania 42, and it said 43. I said, have they picked 43? And it just says springtime is all it says because they don't have dates yet. Spring. Yeah. All right. But for Tyler, this is Joey saying we will talk to you all next time.
Bye.